happy, and they're never going to be, depending upon that to make them happy. But as believers, as I said, we can experience spiritual satisfaction, spiritual victory, no matter how weak or unimportant we might feel in the world makes us feel. God helps us to understand that, we are not insignificant. I did a sermon recently on how God uses ordinary people for extraordinary things. And I've heard a lot of different sermons on that same subject. Mine was a little bit different, but how God chooses people who are just common, everyday, plain folks that we may see ourselves as being pretty insignificant, inadequate, weak, unimportant, according to the world's standards. But in God's eyes, we're extraordinary, and we're going to be used by Him to do extraordinary work. In conclusion today, I want to ask you a question. Do you want to live your life with real peace, with real contentment and real joy in your life? You want to have the power within you to be able to overcome temptation and to be able to persevere through any adversity that comes into your life? This is what I call victorious living. And this kind of living is found only through a total surrender. There's that word again that non-believers don't like. Total surrender and obedience to the Holy Spirit. Set your mind today on the things of God. And in order to set your mind on the things of God, you have to know what the things of God are. And that comes into reading the Word. And if you go back and look at all these scriptures and review these scriptures and study and meditate on them that I shared with you today, you're going to have a lot better idea of what the things of God are that you need to set your mind on. And to be able to trust the Spirit that dwells within you, to be able to guide you, to enable you, and empower you to listen and obey His voice. Now, when we remain sensitive to the Holy Spirit's guidance in our life and direction in our life, then we are habitually depending upon Him totally. And that's the kind of dependence that you really need. You talk about people being habitually dependent, you usually think about drugs or alcohol or sex or things like that. But when we become habitually dependent upon God and upon the Holy Spirit, that means it's just a habit that we've developed to be dependent upon Him, to rely on Him for His direction. And because of that, we're living in obedience. And if we do, we're going to experience life at its very best. It's been a great discussion. Another great discussion here on FTV Christian Radio, Faith to Victory Live. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope this has blessed you. And again, I encourage you to go back and look at all these scriptures that I shared with you today, dealing with the power of the Holy Spirit and what it really, the Holy Spirit brings into our life, and how we can really live victoriously by the direction and guidance of the Holy Spirit and be led by the power of the Holy Spirit in our life every day. Hope you guys have a great day. Be blessed, be encouraged, and keep moving forward. Remember, where there's faith, there will always be victory. Have a blessed day.
You've been listening to FTV Christian Radio, sponsored and funded by Faith to Victory Ministries.